Steph, thanks for clicking. This is my 5th update for Deck of Panning. Emily of Emily and Max created this project, but I'm sure you already knew that. Everybody knows this one. This is my first year participating in it, but I believe this is the 5th year that it's running. It started January 20th and ends December 20th. I have my game board over there on my laptop, and I have items behind me. So we're just going to jump to the part where I tell you what my progress is over the last month on the 5 products that I had picked previously. It has been a while since I drew it, but the first prompt on my list was for the Ten of Hearts. At the time, the Ten of Hearts was in it for the long haul. I picked my Osei Ocean Eyes Eye Serum, and this is a long haul product indeed. At the last update, I believe, was at the tip of that A where the point is, and now I'm at the bottom of the A. So very much a long haul. This does have a rollerball, so that's part of why it goes slowly. It does kind of feel nice when it's cool. It's been pretty warm lately, so the metal doesn't feel that cooling whenever it's warm in my bedroom, unfortunately. But I'll keep using it as long as this is in this project, but I am not going to be finishing it this year. 2 months ago, I had the Ten of Clubs, and the Ten of Clubs was Fantasy Self. I picked this Maniology Nail Lacquer Stamping Duo because I wanted to be one of those people who has nail art, and I just really didn't take the time to do that. I had a goal of 5 uses on this. At the last update, I had 2 uses, and just a little bit ago, I used it for the 3rd time this month. So this is use number 5. This is now rolling out, and I have gotten better at this. So you can actually make out some of the designs now. They're kind of sloppy because I haven't washed my hands since I did my nails like 10 minutes ago. But this is what it looks like now. I'm getting it. I feel better now, and I might not quite put the plates away yet. I kind of want to experiment with using regular nail polish with them. This is a thicker polish that was kind of like meant for use with the stamping plates, but I'm not sure if it's really all that different. So I'm going to keep my plates out, and at some point I will be using them with other colors and see if I can still get that to work. Also, 2 months ago, I got the prompt Matches Eye Color. My eyes are a very dark brown, like almost black, so I went into my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette. This very dark brown is called Ohana, and my goal is to hit pan in it. At the last update, I had 4 uses. I've used it twice more for a total of 6. Still no pan, as you can see, but I only used it twice. So I'm going to get more uses out of it over the next month, and hopefully I'll get pan eventually at some point. This was also in 50 Shades of Brown for a hit pan goal, and I didn't get it in that project, so hoping it'll still come at some point. Also, 2 months ago, I got the Nine of Clubs, which is bronzer. I picked my little Tarte Hotel Heiress bronzer in the Amazonian clay. This one's the matte one. My goal is to use this 20 times. At the last update, I had 3 uses, and I haven't used it. This is still at 3 uses. I still have 17 to go. I was using a bronzer out of a face palette when I was wearing bronzer most of the time, so this is still in the project with no additional progress. At the last update, I drew the 3 of Spades, which was in it for the long haul, and that was the 3rd time I got in it for the long haul. That is actually less likely than drawing the Joker 3 times, because in it for the long haul isn't even necessarily on the board. But I didn't want to do it for a 3rd time. So I invoked the rule that says if you really don't want to or can't do the prompt on the card, then you can draw 2 new cards and combine them. So that is what I did. And I got the 2 of Hearts, which is Fantasy Self, and 3 of Diamonds, which was a duo or a multi-chrome. And what I picked is this body glitter that came from Limited 2. Yes, back in the day. This is the same age as Caitlin Costello. And it still works. It's in a gel, so there's glitters in a gel, and it is still liquid. I've never added anything to this, but it does still work. My goal is to use this 10 times, and so far I am at 3 uses. I used this twice on my nails over black nail polish, and that was really cool, actually. You can see more of the colors in it over the black, and it really is like a rainbow multi-chrome. Like, I can't tell now in this bottle, but there was like red and green. It was all of the colors, which was awesome. And I did use this on my body once, but I have 7 uses to go, and it is still in the project. I did, of course, meet one goal, and that was on this nail polish duo, and so I will be using my cards to draw 1 more. I have the game board over there on my laptop to my left. I've noticed that In It for the Long Haul is on it again, and we'll see if I manage to pull that again. If I do, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw 2 new cards, because I still have one In It for the Long Haul prompt in this project. And it would just be boring if everything was in it for the long haul and I don't have any rollouts ever. And I would just like something different, so I would if I got that one again. But we're done shuffling, and we're going to see what my card is. That is the Jack of Diamonds. A red jack is indie. So I will find an indie item, and that will be coming to the project. Okay, I'm back, and that actually wasn't all that hard. This product is something that I've owned for quite a while, and I have used it a lot in the past, but it's kind of just been sitting in a drawer not being used for probably the last 8 months. I'm not sure when the last time I used it was, but it's been a while. And over the last couple of weeks, I pulled it out and I've been using it pretty regularly, so I might as well just bring it into a project. This is a single eyeshadow from Jouer. This one would be the single we're talking about at the moment. It's the shade Chocolat. This is a brown shade and it's kind of a satin finish. So I use it in my crease sometimes I use it as a deepening shade, sometimes I'll use it smoky all over the lid. But in any case, this is the product I'm gonna bring in and I'm gonna use it 10 times. So there's my update. I don't have any easy rollouts for next time, but we'll see if I can get pan on the single eyeshadow in here. Yeah, I do have 2 brown eyeshadows in here, but I don't use them the same way. I would use this brown if I'm using something else in this palette, and then I use that other brown if I'm just doing a one and done or if I'm using singles. So they're not really competing with each other, so I know that's kind of weird, but we'll see how I do for next time. Good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye.